For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats.
Reports surrounding Terence Crawford's preparation for his showdown with Canelo Alvarez have raised some eyebrows. According to Top Boxing News, whispers are circulating that Crawford may be dealing with a nagging shoulder issue as the fight approaches. The possibility of an injury has left fans and pundits wondering whether he'll step into the ring in peak condition, and if it could impact his performance on such a massive stage. Former champion Timothy Bradley into the speculation. He pointed out that only Crawford's close team knows the real situation inside camp, and outside noise shouldn't be taken too seriously. Bradley expressed confidence that when fight night comes, Crawford will show up prepared, whether at full strength or slightly compromised. In his eyes, Crawford's mentality, technical ability, and grit make him more than capable of overcoming obstacles. By brushing off the injury talk, Bradley underlined what has long defined Crawford's reputation: a fighter who refuses to lean on excuses and enters every bout with total commitment.
You already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt, all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope. They the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different way.
Turki Alalshik, the Saudi advisor credited with bringing high-profile boxing spectacles to the kingdom, shared his enthusiasm for this blockbuster matchup. He described it as the most significant fight they've hosted so far, pointing not only to the scale of the event, but also to the worldwide spotlight it has attracted. When asked about Crawford's move up in weight, Alalshik expressed full confidence that both men will come in fully prepared and at peak condition. His remarks highlight the professional standards being set for this historic clash, making sure that both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have everything they need to deliver at the highest level. For Alalshik, the real focus goes beyond logistics. It's about making history and showcasing the sport on a global stage.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Hall of Famer and Golden Boy promoter Oscar De La Hoya weighed in on the uphill battle awaiting Terence Crawford. He noted that stepping up in weight to challenge Canelo Alvarez is already a daunting task, made even tougher by Crawford's year-long absence from the ring. According to De La Hoya, Crawford would need to deliver near perfection to neutralize Canelo's experience and punching power. On the flip side, De La Hoya suggested Canelo's approach could be far less complicated. Absorb what Crawford throws, control the tempo, and lean on his natural size and strength advantage. His assessment reflects decades of insight as both a fighter and promoter, where factors like weight and activity often prove decisive in shaping the outcome of high-stakes matchups.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo. Crawford is coming up this weekend and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is gonna box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
At the final press conference, Terence Crawford didn't shy away from the chatter about his rumored shoulder injury. Rather than getting defensive, he leaned into humor and sarcasm, joking about the speculation instead of letting it rattle him. His light-hearted response projected confidence and made it clear he wasn't letting outside noise disrupt his focus. The moment underscored one of Crawford's defining qualities, his composure when the pressure is highest. Throughout his career, he's shown that he embraces the spotlight, never handing opponents the slightest psychological advantage.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. You know, so don't tell Canelo. You know, maybe the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody says that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Allegiant Stadium?
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who knows Crawford firsthand from sharing the ring with him, offered a close look at his preparation for this fight. After watching Crawford during camp, Porter was impressed by how he's built up his frame. He noted that the added muscle has been distributed evenly, stronger legs, a broader chest, and more defined arms, signs of a well-planned transition. According to Porter, this kind of physical growth matters because it shows Crawford hasn't traded away speed or mobility just to bulk up. Instead, the gains look calculated and purposeful, giving him the tools to face a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo on more even terms.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish nothing. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge and Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. You know, they don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Well, Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature. I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down. You know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
even with encouraging updates coming out of camp, Terence Crawford found himself under fire after a photo made the rounds online showing him looking less than sharp. The picture, taken during a meeting with Ilya, appeared to reveal a slight belly, which quickly sparked questions about his conditioning. Some fans even wondered if the polished training shots released earlier had been edited to paint a more flattering picture. The contrast between the images fueled debate about whether Crawford is truly in peak form ahead of such a massive fight. Of course, this kind of scrutiny is nothing new for athletes at the highest level, where every angle, snapshot, and detail gets dissected by the public.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean and glistening and perfect lighting, and I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilya Zopora, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, you know, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, you know, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. You know, he's relaxed.
Respected veteran trainer and boxing analyst Teddy Atlas had nothing but praise for Crawford's recent physique. In Atlas's eyes, Crawford's current shape looks downright intimidating, a clear sign that he's preparing for what could be the defining moment of his career. Atlas reminded fans that he had picked Crawford from the start and still stands firmly behind that prediction. For him, the real edge isn't just Crawford's physical condition, but the determination written all over him. Atlas pointed out that focus, discipline, and hunger are the qualities that could make the difference against Canelo. Given Atlas's reputation for blunt, no-frills assessments, his strong endorsement carries real weight.
He proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small, forget about it, doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very... and they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. You know, Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will.
Former champion Danny Garcia gave a straightforward take on Crawford's ambitions. He described Crawford as headstrong, pointing to the fighter's relentless drive to test himself in uncharted territory. Garcia reflected on boxing's history, where some who dared to climb weight classes went on to achieve greatness, while others faltered under the challenge. In his eyes, Crawford is facing the ultimate trial. Should he come out on top, Garcia believes his place among the sport's all-time greats would be undeniable. His remarks carry both admiration and caution, acknowledging the risks tied to such a bold step. Garcia's perspective also frames the bigger picture, how moving between divisions has often defined legacies, but, at the same time, revealed vulnerabilities.
Terence Crawford is trying to do what every great has tried to do, is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't, you know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know? But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this. Because, you know, like,
just because I could see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds. But I feel like once he feels his power a little bit,
yeah,
he might try to box him a little bit and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
Let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today. You know, funny guy. I know you know Chris. A funny guy.
My guy.
And you know, like, we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and you know, we're talking about Canelo's power. But I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Even sparring in the gym, when you spar like naturally bigger guys,
yeah,
that's tough. Because I was doing that for my last fight. And no matter, even when I got down to even when I was 160, I still look more like a welterweight. You know what I mean? Because my body frame, my body type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guys who are naturally bigger, when they could be 160 but look way bigger than you, just because they got more body mass. They're like, their body's more bigger than yours. It's like they're naturally bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Rising unbeaten star Shakur Stevenson shared his admiration for Crawford's journey and didn't hold back on his prediction. Stevenson stated that if Crawford manages to defeat Canelo Alvarez, his resume would stand as the greatest he's ever seen. For Stevenson, it's not only about Crawford's technical brilliance, but also his willingness to step up against elite opposition time and time again. Adding Canelo's name to a list of top-tier victories, Stevenson argued, would push Crawford's legacy into historic territory. His comments also reveal the deep respect younger fighters hold for Crawford, viewing him as a role model who embodies the courage to take risks in the pursuit of greatness.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's gonna be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bud could beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything. Just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't gonna even say too much, but you keep him on the outside and make it an easy night.
So how would you like to see Bud go out right now? Because he getting close to that time.
I think that's the fight. I think that fight, and then just call it, I'm done. What else is there to prove after beating Canelo? There's nothing else to prove.
You can't go up no more.
I mean, unless you want to go fight Usyk.
You gonna go to 75, cruising? You know what I'm saying?
If he fight Usyk, then man.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward shared a thoughtful breakdown of the upcoming clash. He reminded fans that much of Canelo Alvarez's legacy has been built on beating naturally bigger opponents, showing his adaptability across weight classes. Still, Ward cautioned that Terence Crawford shouldn't be underestimated. Crawford isn't a small fighter, and his skill set could help balance out Canelo's size advantage. Ward emphasized that the real key will be Crawford's legs. If he stays disciplined with his footwork and movement, he can blunt Canelo's power and control the pace of the fight. His analysis reflects a deep strategic understanding. Tactical execution may prove just as critical as his physical conditioning.
Has also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands. If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs and controlled.
Wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.